Chapter 1 of Uncle Wiggily in Wonderland. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Francis Brown. Uncle Wiggily in Wonderland by Howard R. Garis. Chapter 1. Uncle Wiggily and Wonderland Alice. Once upon a time, after Uncle Wiggily Longears, the nice bunny rabbit gentleman, had some funny adventures with baby Bunty, and when he found that his rheumatism did not hurt him so much as he had hoped on his red, white, and blue striped barber pole crutch, the bunny uncle wished he might have some strange and wonderful adventures. "I think I'll just hop along and look for a few," said Uncle Wiggily to himself one morning. He twinkled his pink nose, and then he was all ready to start. "Goodbye, Nurse Jane, goodbye," he called to his muskrat lady housekeeper, with whom he lived in a hollow stump bungalow. "I'm going to look for some adventures." He hopped down the front steps with his red, white, and blue striped crutch under one paw, and his tall silk hat on his head. "Goodbye, Mrs. Fuzzy Wuzzy." "Goodbye," answered Nurse Jane. "I hope you have some nice adventures." "Thanks, I wish you the same," answered Uncle Wiggily, and away he went over the fields and through the woods. He had not hopped very far, looking this way and that, before all of a sudden he came to a queer little place near an old rail fence. Down in one corner was a hole, partly underground. "Ha! That's queer," said Uncle Wiggily to himself. "That looks just like the kind of underground house or burrow where I used to live. I wonder if this can be where I made my home before I moved to the hollow stump bungalow. I must take a look. Nurse Jane would like to hear all about it." So Uncle Wiggily folded back his ears in order that they would not get bent over and broken, began crawling down the rabbit hole, for that is what it really was. It was dark inside, but the bunny uncle did not mind that, being able to see in the dark. Besides, he could make his pink nose twinkle when he wanted to, and this gave him almost as much light as a firefly. "No, this isn't the burrow where I used to live," said Uncle Wiggily to himself, when he had hopped quite a distance into the hole. "But it's very nice. Perhaps I may have an adventure here. Who knows?" And just as he said that to himself, Uncle Wiggily saw, lying under a little table in what seemed to be a room of the underground house, a small box. "Ha! My adventure begins!" cried Uncle Wiggily. "I'll open that glass box and see what is in it." So the bunny uncle raised the cover, and in the glass box was a little cake made of carrots and cabbage, and on top, spelled out in pink raisins, were the words, "Eat me." "Ha! That's just what I'll do!" cried jolly Uncle Wiggily, and never stopping to think anything might be wrong, the bunny gentleman ate the cake. And then, all of a sudden, he began to feel very funny. "Oh my!" exclaimed Uncle Wiggily. "I hope that cake didn't belong to my nephew, Sammy Littletail, or Johnny, or Billy Bushytail, the Squirrel brothers. Oh, one of them may have lost it out of his lunch basket on his way to school. Oh, I hope it wasn't any of their cake. But there surely is something funny about it, for I feel so very queer." And no wonder, for Uncle Wiggily had suddenly begun to grow very large. His ears grew taller, so that they lifted his tall silk hat right off his head. His legs seemed as long as bean poles, and as for his whiskers and pink twinkling nose, they seemed so far away from his eyes that he wondered if he could ever get them near enough to see or comb the one, or scratch the other when it felt ticklish. "This is certainly remarkable," cried Uncle Wiggily. "I wonder what made me grow so large all of a sudden. Could it have been the cake which gave me the indyspepsia?" "It was the cake!" cried a sudden and buzzing voice.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?